In this session, I'm going to show you how to define your own custom time. Okay, we are going to practice with this example here. After then, we are going to display our own time using the format I have here. I have a time here. This time, if you click on it, you can see it is 8:35:45 a.m. That is 8 hours 35 minutes 45 seconds a.m. So that is what I have here. Let me just output this cell into this one by using equals to, I type this cell. I pass this cell that contains the time and press enter. I also return the same thing. But now let's do the formatting. So you can use your own custom format. You can click on under the number section here. You can click here and select the format you want it to display. Okay, if I want this format, this time here, I click on it. You can see it is now showing the format. That is the inbuilt format that Excel has already given you. You can also click here and select the time format. We have different time format you can select here. If I want to show this format like this one, I can select it and click OK. And now it is now showing the format I have selected there. Can also change it to different format that I want. If I want it to show in this format, I can select it and click OK. And this is it. Okay, that is exactly what we have here. I can also define my own custom format using the dialog. I click on it. I go to the custom. I can select different custom format from here. I can select any format I want it to display using the built-in custom format that is already defined for me. But if I don't want the format that is here, I can also define my own here. From this text input, I can be able to define my own format. For example, let me just clear what is there. If I type H now, you can see it is now showing the hour. You can see the preview here. If I only want to show the hour and the minute, I can define it like this and click OK. And this is it. You see the hour and the minute is now showing. I can also modify it. Now, let's say I want to show the AM and PM. I can type AM/PM like this and press enter. Do you see it is now showing it because it is AM, it is now showing 8:35 AM. Okay, if I change this time to PM, let me just change it to PM here and press enter. This is now showing 8:35 PM, even though the time is displaying in 24 hours format, but I have already defined my own custom format here, and that is exactly what it is showing, 8:35 PM. If I want it to display the second, I can also modify it. After the minute, I can include the second. I can include the second like this and press enter, and this is it. It is now showing the second. It is now showing the second because I added the space before the second. It is also showing here because it is a custom format. Let me remove the space and press OK, and you can see it. If I want to add space before the PM, I can also do the same thing. I can modify the format. Let me add space before the PM. Click OK. You can see it is also showing here. You can be able to use the built-in number format here to customize how you want your time to display. Since our major concern in this course is all about functions and formula, let's use the text function to format how we want our time to be displayed. I select this cell, I go to the formula bar, I'm going to type text, and the first argument we pass is the value. Our value is going to be the time. I select this cell that contains our time, then separate it with comma. Then we need to define the format we want this value to be displayed. We are going to format this as a time the way we want it to display. I open quotation mark. If I want the hour second, I can type M. If I want it with a leading zero, I can type another M. Close the quotation mark, close the function and press enter. This is now showing. The reason why I show 20 because the hour part is 20, which is 8 PM. 8 PM is equivalent to 20 in 24-hour format. That's why it is showing 20 here. If I want it to show PM, I modify the function include AM/PM just like this, and press enter. It's now showing 8 p.m. okay, with a leading 0 because we enter double H. Okay, if I want to add space, I can add space like this and press enter. You can see it. If I want to include the minute section, I can also do that by modifying the function. If I want the column, I can add the column, then include the minute by typing double M and press enter. Now it is now showing 8:35 p.m. If I want to show the second, I can also modify the function. Let me modify it. Let me add column and include the second double S and press enter. This is it. It is now showing in that format. If I want to include the date after the AM, I can add space and type, let's say I want to include the year. Type YYY, that is 4M. Which year is it going to pull out? Because our time does not have date, it is going to use the default date, okay? And you are going to see the default date when I press enter. Let me press enter now. You see the default year is 1900. This is because our time does not have date. But if I were to include date for this time now, let me modify this and add date to it. Let me enter 8/11/2024. I'm adding date to our time now. Let me press enter. Let me resize it. The date has been added. Excel also formatted it the way it should be. You can see the date appear before the time. But now you can see in our own custom format, it is now showing the year. Instead of using the default year of 1900, and it is now showing the year we define here. If I want to show the month, let me separate it with hyphen, then and enter the month. Let me enter MMM, that is triple M, and press enter. You can see it is now showing the month. If I want to show the day, add another hyphen. Let me enter DD and press enter. And this is it. With this illustration, let me show you more example. We are going to practice with this example I have here. Okay, I have already defined the custom format I want to display this time. Let's use the text function to display the time in the format we have already defined in this column. Okay, I select this cell, I go to the formula bar, I type equals to text. I need to pass the value. Our value is going to be the time. Separate it with comma. Since we have already defined the format text, so which is the format we have already defined here, I'm going to select this cell that contain our format. Close the function and press enter. You can see the first one is showing only the hour because it is only the hour we wanted to show. If I want the hour to have a leading 0, I can enter HH like this and press enter. You can see it is now having a leading 0. Let me use the autofill to display the time based on the format we define here. So I use the autofill like this. This is it. You can see now, based on the format we define here, the time is now displaying in the format we have already defined here. So let me quickly show you the formula. I select this cell, I go to the formula bar, let me type formula text. Let me pass this cell that contain our formula like this. Close it and press enter, and this is it. So let me use the autofill to get the formula of others like this. Good. I have another example for you guys. Extracting week, day, month and year using text function. I have the date here. Can also try to extract the week, the month and the year. So let's do it together. I select this cell. I go to the formula bar. I'm going to type text. The first argument is the value. I pass the cell that contain the value. Separate it with comma. Since I want only the week, I'm going to type DDDD, that is 4D. Let me close the text function and press enter. Do you see it returned the week? Do you see Wednesday? It is pulling the week from the date and you can see it. So let me just use the autofill to get the rest. This is it. Let me fill only without formatting. Excel is wise enough to know the weekday of each of these dates we have here. You can see now 25th December 2024 is going to be Wednesday. Do you see it? And 25th December 2025 is going to be Thursday. You also pull it out. Now let's get the month. I select this cell. I go to the formula bar. I type equals to text. Now let me pass the date. separate it with comma. Since it is the month we want, I'm going to type MMMM. That is 4M for the full month. Then let me close the function and press enter. Do you see? From this date is 15th May, and that is exactly what it returned here. Let me use the autofill to get the rest. Like this. Do you see that it pulled the month? Let me only show the without formatting. Pull the month from the date, as you can see it. You can see the last two we have here is December. I would also pull it out. Now let's get the year. Let's pull out the year. I select this cell. I go to the formula bar. Type equals to text. I pass the date. Separate it with comma. The format I want it is the year. So I'm going to type YY. That is 4Y. I want the 4-digit year. Close the text function and press enter. And this is it. We have it. Let me use the autofill to get the rest. Here we have it. You can see the last two, 2024 and 2025. You can see it here. Let me use without formatting. Here we have it, guys. I hope with these examples and illustration, you can be able to use the text function to format your date and time the way you want it to display. Thank you for watching this section.